What's up guys, XM360 here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing an LED gaming keyboard from the company 1byone. Some of you may recall I reviewed one of their products a couple of months back. It was like an LED laser light. In today's video I have this keyboard to review, and it goes for about $23 on Amazon, so I'll put a link down below on where you guys can find that. It has 3 different LED colors, blue, purple, and red. And I was interested in this because it is labeled as a gaming keyboard, and because I know a lot of you do some PC gaming or even just editing and typing, I thought this was a cool keyboard and it had a nice design, and the price tag was very nice. $23 is very entry level and very cheap for an LED keyboard. So I'm going to read off some of the specifications for you guys while I'm opening this up. It has 114 keys. Like I said, it is backlit with those 3 different LED colors. And then each one of those 3 colors can be set in 3 different brightness modes, like a dim mode, a medium mode, and a very bright mode. It's wired. I don't know if I made that clear already, but it is wired. It is not wireless. And it has 10 media shortcuts at the top. Some things like volume and a calculator, a home option, a search option. So it has some media shortcuts on the top row, and it is also compatible with Windows 98, 2000, XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and Mac. And if you have some other operating system, it might be compatible with those too, but those are just the ones that are listed on the Amazon page. So if you are wondering, I would definitely reach out to 1byone and ask them. So the first thing you're going to get when you open up the package is the instruction manual. That is written in English as well as 3 other languages. And you'll also get a little plastic baggie with some spare parts and some spare keys. And some other things I wanted to mention about the keyboard before I take it out. They do advertise that it has anti-ghosting for some of the keys. I'm not sure which ones exactly. It also has the folding legs on the back to elevate it a bit. And it has a mode where you can turn off the LEDs altogether if you don't want to use them. And they also say that the drivers will install automatically within like 1 to 2 minutes immediately after plugging in the USB to your computer. So moving on to what you've all been waiting for, the actual keyboard itself. Just picking it up, it has some decent weight to it. It's not too heavy, not too light. It's a plastic construction, and I do like the style and the design of it. It's not like crazy high-end looking, but it does look nice, and it looks a lot better than the standard little Walmart keyboard that I was using previously. The USB wire is right here attached to the top, and I usually go with wireless, but I wanted to try a wired one, and I wanted to go with an LED one so I wouldn't have to insert batteries. It could just work off the power of the USB. Looking at the back is pretty standard. There's not much to see here. You can see the two little clips that you unfold to elevate the keyboard a bit. I always use those. I don't like a keyboard that's just flat to the table. The input for this one is 5 volts or 200 milliamps. If that's useful to any of you, that's what it says on the back. And I'm shaking this a little bit because I want to hear if anything rattles or if anything's loose, and I'm not hearing anything. Everything seems to be held firmly in place, and there's no loose keys from what I can tell. In the top right hand corner of the keyboard, you're going to find your 3 little LED lights that indicate caps lock, num lock, and I forget what the third one is, but there's like a little thin plastic protective film over this little section that you should remove before using the keyboard. So I'm going to go and plug this into my computer, test out the LEDs, see how the drivers install, and I'm going to use this for about a week, and then I'm going to tell you guys exactly what my thoughts are and my review on this product after testing it for a bit. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, so I've been testing this keyboard out for about a week now. I've been using it in various settings. I used it to type up one of my college essays. It was a 3-page essay. I also used it for a couple of games, including Rocket League and CSGO, and some other things online too, like just general searching through YouTube and using editing applications. So I've used it in a couple of different settings. You can see right here, this is what the lights look like. There's a little button right under the shift key towards the bottom center that changes the LED color, and then you hold down FN and page up or page down to change the brightness. So overall, I'm very happy with the LEDs. I thought they were very bright in dark settings, and I thought they looked really good, which was the reason for me choosing this keyboard as opposed to just a normal standard keyboard. I also thought the little LEDs for caps lock and num lock and those things were very bright as well. As far as the sound goes, I probably rate this like a 6, with a 0 being extremely loud and a 10 being extremely quiet. I'd probably put this at like a 5 or a 6. It's kind of like a medium keyboard. It's not loud, it's not quiet, it's kind of in between. I find that the letter keys are probably more like a 6, and then the enter key and the space key, those are kind of loud. I'd probably rate those like a 4. So I'm just going to quickly stop talking here so that you guys can hear a short audio clip of what those keys actually sound like. So, as you could probably tell from that clip, the letters are a bit softer sounding than the space and enter bar. Those are a little bit louder, but overall they're not crazy loud. I definitely have had louder keyboards, so I don't have a huge issue with that. Like I said, I would rate that at about a 5 or a 6. I thought the clips on the back worked well at elevating it. I thought the elevation level was good. The shortcut keys were also nice, the 10 shortcut keys at the top. I wasn't able to use all of them because some things like the mail shortcut key, I don't have any mail system like Outlook or anything like that set up on my computer, so that one didn't really work out. But the calculator one worked good. There's the home one, which brings you kind of like to the Google homepage if you're in Google. The search one opens up the search bar at the top of the internet browser. There's also the one all the way to the left, and that one, I believe, that one brings up your computer and shows like your hard drive and your devices that are attached. And then on the right hand side for those shortcut keys, you have your play and pause button, your music button, and your volume controls. Now, I had read on the Amazon reviews for this product that some people had some minor issues with their enter key and their spacebar, either not registering or sometimes giving a double entry. And I did look out for this when I was testing this keyboard throughout the week, and I didn't have any issues with this. I didn't experience anything like that. I was able to use normal sensitivity with my finger on any part of the keys, and they entered completely fine for me. I didn't have any issues where any one key was consistently giving me a double entry or a no entry, so I didn't have any issues with that. And one other thing I'd like to mention is that I really do like the customer service from 1byone. I've always had great communication with them and quick responses. And if you guys go and take a look at the Amazon reviews for this product or other products by 1byone, one of the common trends you see is that even the people that didn't like the product and gave 1-star reviews, a lot of them go on to say that while they didn't like the product, they had a good customer experience with 1byone, and that 1byone was very pleasant to deal with. They responded quickly and were quick to give a return and wanted to ensure a satisfactory experience. So it seems to be a common theme amongst others and myself that they have a good customer service department over at 1byone. So I like this product a lot. I think it really it can turn what is normally, like I was using a cheap $10 Walmart keyboard before this, and even having this slightly more expensive keyboard, and it's still very cheap for $23, I think that's very reasonable. But even just having this one makes my little setup feel more like a gaming setup, and it makes me feel like what I have is something better and looks a lot better. And while the functionality isn't necessarily very different than the one I was using before, it is slightly quieter, and the LEDs make everything look a lot cooler. So I would definitely recommend this product. I would probably rate it at about an 8 out of 10. I'll put links down below on where you guys can buy this for yourself. If you guys found this review helpful in any way at all, hit that like button down below. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for awesome product reviews just like this. And as always guys, thank you for watching from XM360.